What is there to understand about energy? The first and foremost is we are energy beings. So you can take notes of the important points. So now let us understand energy and emotions. The first and foremost, we are energy beings. We are emotional beings. We are beings of wisdom. We are beings of light. So many times people feel lazy, lethargy, or sometimes they feel low. They start questioning what is the meaning of life. They feel emotionally low sometimes. And sometimes they question life is meaningless. There's no much excitement. Life is becoming stagnant. So when these kind of thoughts and emotions are coming inside you, you have to understand the situation in terms of energy. Anytime you feel sad, that means you are low in energy. Because fundamentally, we are energy beings. So when we utilize the energy in the right way, we feel happy naturally. See, we are energy beings, and the proper utilization of our energy makes us feel happy by default. What is the proper utilization of energy? For example, you use your energy to expand your knowledge. You naturally feel happy. Anytime you read a book, anytime you absorb some knowledge, and anytime you hear something which empowers you, you feel good. When you learn something new, there is a joy, there is a happiness, because you have utilized your energy rightly and properly. So by utilizing your energy in the right way, you are expanding your energy. You can do this simple experiment. Anytime you are feeling low in your life, anytime you are feeling sad in your life, immediately take a spiritual book and just read 2 pages. Immediately there is no place for sadness. And that is one of the reasons I keep asking you to write down the important points. Because anytime you feel low and you take this book and you read these points, immediately you'll be recharged. The sadness is no more there. The feeling low is no more there. The feeling of lethargy is no more there. Sometimes people feel depressed. They feel depressed not because they don't have capabilities. They feel depressed because they have a lot of capabilities, but they're not expressing it. Anytime you are not expressing your energies, your talent, your creativity, your wisdom, you are not expressing your inner potential, you feel low. And when you're expressing your creativity, you're expressing your inner potential, you feel high, you feel vibrant. So, my dear friends, understanding the bigger picture, emotions are also part of energy. Emotions are energy in motion. Your energy, your feelings, your emotions, your actions, your thoughts, all are interlinked. Positive feelings radiate positive thoughts. You can introspect. Anytime you feel happy, you always wish well for others. When you are happy, you want all good things for yourself, you want good things for others. You cannot have negative thoughts when you are happy. Because the feeling of happiness, the happiness is an emotion, it's a feeling. So you feel happy, your thoughts naturally become positive thoughts, miraculous thoughts. And at that time, you are full of energy. So when you are low in energy, then you have negative thoughts. and you also feel negative about yourself, you start judging yourself and you start judging others. How do we integrate this fundamental understanding? It's very simple. If you are feeling sad in your life, if you are not feeling good about yourself, if you are not feeling vibrant, that simply means your energies are not utilized properly and your energies are not expanding. So there are two things. One, we are all energy beings. We all have an energy. So the first aspect is the proper utilization. And the second aspect is the energy maximization. The proper utilization of energy simply means you are utilizing that energy into wisdom. You are using your energy to gain knowledge, and you are using your energy to experiment on the things. See, there are a few stages. One is information. There is a lot of data, and from that data, you spend your energy to gather the information. And from the information you gathered, what goes deep inside you, what you absorb is your knowledge. And your absorbed knowledge, when you experiment, it becomes your experience. And out of that experience, a certain understanding happens, certain enlightenment happens. So you use your energy to absorb the knowledge, you use your energy to experiment, and you use your energy to expand your consciousness. This is the right utilization of energy. In the science field, any science, there is theory and there is practicals. Spirituality is also the same. To understand the theoretical aspect of it, you have to put in a lot of efforts. You have to use your energy. Reading a book, for example, reading a book, you have to spend energy. You have to spend time and energy to absorb the content in that book. And after you absorbed, again, you have to spend more energy to experiment on it. That needs a lot of willpower. That needs more energy. In spite of your busy schedule, you have to find time. You have to be self-motivated to experiment on the things. And most of the time, experiments are not easy. So many distractions will be there. Distractions will be there. Your family members may not cooperate. There might be so many obstacles. But you have to use a lot of energy to keep moving forward. In spite of all the barriers, you have to keep moving forward and experiment what you want to do. So with that utilization of energy, naturally there is expansion in your consciousness, because every experiment empowers you. So this is the most important point you have to underline. Every experiment empowers you. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is power, and every experiment empowers you. And every time you experiment based on your experiment results, a certain enlightenment happens. A certain evolution happens. That is energy maximization. Every time you sit in meditation, you are maximizing your energy. You are sitting for intense meditation on full moon days. You are maximizing your energy. So the simple understanding, the conclusion is, if you are not feeling good in your life, that simply means you are not utilizing your existing energy properly, and you are not making any efforts to maximize your energy, to expand your consciousness. So anytime when you're not expanding your consciousness, you're not expanding your understanding of life, you feel sad naturally. And every time you are making efforts to understand more about yourself, every time you make efforts to expand your knowledge, every time you make efforts to experiment and expand your wisdom, you are naturally being happy. So happiness is a natural phenomena when you know how to manage your energy. Energy management leads to happiness. So this is one side of understanding of energy. Now, when it comes to understanding of emotions, I think before week, we also discussed about relationships, emotions. Our emotions are very important. Why it is very important? Because a lot of understanding happens. We are emotional beings. How to be a witness to your emotions? How to be stable in spite of all the ups and downs of your emotions? How to be balanced in your emotions? That is the art you have to learn on this planet Earth. Self-judgment, self-criticism, complaints, comparisons, triggers negative emotions. Judgments, anytime you are judging a person, some negative emotion is radiated. And that negative emotion is happening from inside you because you are an energy being. That negative emotion is coming. So it is going to affect you. Your emotions affect you, not the other person. So you have to understand this very clearly. Your emotions understand you. Your emotions affect you, not others. Your anger hurts you. Your anger destroys you. Your words destroy you. So you can be a good friend to yourself, or you can be an enemy to yourself. Enemies are not outside. Enemies are inside. You can be a great friend to yourself if you know how to manage your emotions, how to balance your emotions. You can be a great friend to yourself if you know how to balance your emotions. And you will be a greatest enemy to your own self if you don't know how to manage your emotions. Theoretically, it is very simple to understand, but to master it and to live it and to live your understanding takes a lot of awareness, takes a lot of energy, and takes a lot of willpower and determination. It is a general spoken fact that they say women are more emotional than men. It is true, but not completely true. Men and women both are emotional beings, but women exhibit emotions. Men sometimes don't exhibit emotions, that's the difference. But both are emotional beings. So when it comes to handling your emotions, you have to have a benchmark. What is the benchmark? You are responsible for your happiness. If you are happy in life, you are responsible. Because happiness is an emotion. So if you are happy in your life, you are responsible. If you are not happy in your life, still you are responsible. So if I am not happy in my life, it is my responsibility to see what can be done so that I can live a happy life. And here comes the interesting phenomenon. Most of our unhappiness is because of the wrong understanding of life, because of the wrong programming we had either in our mother's womb or in our childhood, from the society, from the teachers, whatever. But let us not blame anybody. It is because of your own wrong understanding of life you are suffering. So when you have the right understanding of life, then there is no place for suffering. It's the same like in the presence of light, darkness cannot exist. In the presence of light, darkness cannot exist. Similarly, in the presence of right understanding of life, suffering cannot exist. When you have the right understanding of life, suffering cannot exist. So, more energy, positive energy, more your emotions are in balance. So that is the formula. The more you utilize your energy properly to expand your consciousness, to expand your understanding of life, the more you make every attempt to maximize your energy, more naturally your emotions comes into balance. So that is the equation, that is the formula. And here, the practice of silence plays a very important role. The practice of silence plays a very important role in self-reflection, in the understanding of the self. And the practice of meditation plays a very important role to increase your energy and to increase your awareness. The A to Z of spirituality is very simple. The A to Z of spirituality is the planet Earth is a place of, it's like a playground. From the soul point of view, it is like a playground. It comes to play different games, and through different games, the different understanding of the self, the expansion of the self, the realization of the self, the enlightenment of the self happens. It's just like a play, like a stage play. Your childhood is a drama. Your teenage is a drama. Your adulthood is a drama. Your old age is a drama. It's like a stage play. And in a stage play, there are many emotions. There are navarasas. So Earth is an opportunity to experience all kinds of emotions. But are you able to witness that emotions? Are you able to balance yourself in spite of the pull and push of every kind of emotions? Then you enjoy the play. If you are not able to witness your emotions, and if you are carried away, thinking that is real, forgetting the fact you are a temporary visitor on the planet Earth. Every time you forget the fact you are a temporary visitor, naturally, suffering happens. You are married to a particular person, and you have to understand that this is a temporary phenomenon. Nobody is your husband, nobody is your wife, nobody is your children, nobody is your parents. These are all stage play, drama on the planet Earth. So when you understand this, you perfectly play the game. You perfectly do your duties. And we do our part and depart. There is a joy when you are doing your part, and there is a joy when you are departing also. When you understand this is the game. If you don't understand this is a game, then you are emotionally entangled in fear consciousness. You are emotionally entangled in guilt consciousness. You are emotionally entangled in all the attachments. You are emotionally entangled with your ego. So, every time you expand your knowledge, you understand the fact that you are a temporary being here. And the moment you realize that you are a temporary being, then your priorities all comes into proper order. Your priorities in life comes in the proper order only with the understanding of truth. If you don't understand the truth, then all your priorities in life goes wrong, in the wrong order. And sometimes you might be questioning, I'm doing meditation, I'm reading books, I listen to the talks, Sajjana Sangatya, and I also do seva, service. But still, sometimes I feel low. Why is that? You feel low because you are not yet perfected. You have not become a perfect master yet. You are work in progress. You are still work in progress. A perfect master never feels low. He might feel low for a few seconds or a few minutes, but immediately he will understand, okay, this is a drama. This feeling low is also a drama. And immediately he will pull himself out by involving himself or herself into creativity. So we have to underline the word creativity. the more you make efforts towards your own creativity, the more naturally you are in a state of joy. And if you see life from a witness perspective, how beautiful the life is. So many people are involved. So many people have agreed to make our lives more beautiful and enlightened. So much of emotional dramas. So when you start seeing life from a witness perspective, everything becomes beautiful. Even if somebody is doing something against you, when you start witnessing it, you will start seeing their ignorance. You will not feel grumpy. You will not feel bad that how come somebody is doing bad to me. You'll see that they are ignorant and that's why they are doing it. So there's nothing to do with you. What others say has nothing to do with you. What others do has nothing to do with you. We easily get impacted with others' actions. We easily get impacted with others' words. But you have to understand the fact what others do has nothing to do with you. What others say has nothing to do with you. Life becomes interesting when you understand that life itself is a drama full of emotions. Life itself is a beautiful drama. The whole life is a beautiful drama. It's full of emotions. Only on the planet Earth you have these kind of emotions. In the higher worlds, there is all ekatva, oneness consciousness. There is no intense emotions there. When you are in oneness, where is the feeling of jealousy? Where is the feeling of you and me in oneness? So enjoy the emotions, simultaneously be aware of it. Be a witness to your emotions. That is how you can keep up your energy levels to the maximum all the time. So now we'll take few questions so that we can integrate a little more. This is a topic which even if you speak the whole lifetime, it is still interesting. It is still, there is something to learn from it. You take a music maestro. He has practiced, he has mastered so many ragas, so many songs, so many talas. He is a great maestro, but still he practices every single day. Even though he is a maestro of the music, he will still practice every single day. Spirituality is also the same. Even though you know many things about life, you have to still listen about life. Even though you know many things about emotions, you have to still listen about emotions. You know, even though you know many things about spirituality, still you have to listen to spirituality. Wherever there is a Ramayana class, you have to go and listen. Wherever there is a Mahabharata class, you have to go and listen. Wherever there is a spiritual science class, karma science class, you have to go and listen. Even though you know it, you have to go and listen. Because a new dimension of understanding happens every time you listen. You know the subject, but every time you listen, a new dimension of understanding happens. So every time a new dimension of understanding happens, your soul rejoices. Okay. So we will take few questions.
Good evening, Master.
Yes, madam.
Deepest gratitude to you. Been listening to your YouTube sessions and I'm finding a lot of improvement in myself. So now you just spoke about emotions and energy. So when the child is in the mother's womb and if the mother is emotionally vulnerable and you see those sensitivity and emotions in the child, be low energy or emotional child or something, then how, what is the karma then, what it is?
See, you have to understand very simple things. The simple things are the mother's emotions affect the child. That's a simple understanding. So what is the karma? What is the story behind why that particular soul chose that particular mother? You need a Himalayan amount of data to understand all those things. And you should not make any attempt to understand that also. Simply you understand that the mother's emotions affect the child very naturally. It is a natural phenomenon. And so why it is happening, the question of why is not the need of the hour. How to be emotionally balanced, what to do in this moment, that matters. What happened in the past, that reason why, we don't need to analyze. What can I do in the present moment? That should be the focus. Okay. So you remember this statement. When you are in darkness, that means you are emotionally feeling low. You're not feeling good. So when you're in the space of darkness, that is when your focus should be towards the light. When you are in darkness, that is when your focus should be on light. So your questions and your understanding should always focus towards the light. Past is past. What should I do now? That should be the more appropriate question.
So after years, now I feel there's a transformation and I'm better in emotions. But then children also learn by themselves, by their own experience, and they'll work towards themselves.
Yes, you are not responsible for others' emotions.
So that emotional entanglement, where how do I balance when the child is emotionally weak?
So that is when you have to understand that the child has chosen you, fully aware that you are go through certain emotions and that is going to impact the child. The child is fully aware in making the decision in the soul planning stage. Okay. So maybe the child needs to learn emotional balance, going through the emotional stability. So the child has volunteered. So there might be, see, a lot
Some
of things are
lessons.
there. A lot of things are there. So you should not be worried about the past. You did what you did at that time was according to your better consciousness. So you should not compare your present understanding and judge your past. You should never use your present understanding of life to judge your own past. At that particular point of time, 14 years ago, when your child was in your womb, 14 years ago, you did your best. What you can do today, that matters. Are you doing your best today? That matters. How you can do your best today? You meditate every day. You are doing your best. You read books every day. You are doing your best. You expand your knowledge every day. You are doing your best. You practice mindfulness today. You are doing your best. So this is how you can focus on today. Okay. And don't worry about your child. Sometimes you might see that your child is feeling, for example, he's not having the emotional strength, or he is feeling vulnerable, or he's feeling dependent, all those things. So when you see that, just be compassionate that he will be strong and he will also learn and grow. So you be an inspiration. When you become strong, your child naturally gets inspiration.
So to some extent, I interfere in my children's life. Elder one to no. Elder one is quite big. He's 24. So elder one to I don't interfere. But with the younger one, I get entangled.
So when you perfectly know that you interfere, you have
Yeah.
to know the consequences as well.
Yeah. Then now I have trying to change. I'm getting a shift after listening to your all the wisdom, whatever I'm getting from you. So that is helping me a lot, sir. I am doing more than 1 hour of meditation, maybe 1.5 or 2, and then listening to wisdom is more than an hour. But reading books, I don't have that. I don't like to read. So I'm starting, but then definitely I need only some. Give me 2 books for start to read, which I really enjoy.
You have to read the book, the first book, Power of Now.
Power of?
The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. In the second book, The Four Agreements. Okay, so you begin with these 2 books.
Yes.
And then you can read Autobiography Yogi, Living with the Himalayan Masters, A Soul's Journey by Peter Vishal. But you begin with these 2.
Yeah, these 2 I'll start because I'm not much keen on reading.
Yeah.
So let me start.
Yes.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Okay. And also one more thing is, since you have come into this spiritual path, it's very important to have a lot of patience.
Yeah. So actually, since 20 years I've been initiated. I'm into one spiritual path since childhood. So I had taken initiation in 2004. And I'm trying to follow the method. I go to satsangs weekly. My younger one is also into seva and satsang. But somehow I couldn't, somehow that transformation, self transformation, and that changes in which, then now I was craving for those things, which I have got it from you. So that change I have found here.
So that's what I meant. You started your spiritual journey, means your transformation started.
Now, yeah. So I don't know.
How many years you are doing your activities, it doesn't matter. So since your transformation started happening, so that is what I consider as your spiritual journey. Okay, so have a lot of patience. And of course, all the practices you did in your past has helped you to be what you are today. Okay, so don't judge your past, right? So always be grateful for every master you have learned from.
Yes.
And so have patience. That is very, very important. Have patience means having no expectations. You simply do your best and leave the rest. You have to do your best and leave the rest. You should not have any expectations. Now, what happens if you have expectations and if you don't have the patience, then you will, sooner or later, you will drop out from this journey. Because of your own expectations, you will go through your own frustrations, right? So patience is very important. Always slow and steady wins the race. And eternity is in front of you. See, you are in the right direction, you are in the right path. That matters. Okay. So let it take its own time. Let it take 10 years, 20 years, 10 lifetime, 100 lifetimes, you are least bothered. You are enjoying your day. You are enjoying your life. You are progressing in your life. You are learning new things. That matters. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. Good. So next, Anita Singh.
Atmavandan sir, very nice session. I'm Anita Singh from Mumbai. So I have this question, like what one should do, so that emotion doesn't become disease in the body, because all the diseases are due to some kind of suppressed emotion. So I'm looking for the answer for this.
Yeah, your understanding is right. Your suppressed emotions manifest as illness. See, the very word disease means you are not in ease with yourself. Disease means you are not in ease in your life. You are not easygoing in your life. You are holding on to some things. So your emotions plays a very important role. So when it comes to emotions, you should always visualize, should always understand your emotions like a river. The river water, when it stagnates, it becomes impure. But when the river is flowing, the water is always pure. So your emotion should flow. Okay. So don't try to suppress your emotions. Just let it flow. Sometimes people ask, sir, I feel angry and I feel like shouting, but I don't, but I also know shouting is also bad. What to do? Right? So you better shout. If you're feeling like shouting, you better shout. Because by expressing your emotions, you are making sure that you are not manifesting any chronic illness or disease. By expressing your emotions, make every effort to become aware, make every effort to increase your energy. And naturally, you will manage your emotions. So, managing your emotions, balancing your emotions doesn't happen overnight. So, it is like a slow and steady process. So, the first step is don't hold on to your emotions, don't suppress your emotions. That is the very first step. Never suppress any emotions, express it in a healthy way as much as possible.
Okay.
Express in a healthy way as much as possible. For example, you are shouting at your husband. For example, you or anybody shouting at the husband, and you know that the poor husband is going through all the trauma, but still you shout at him. You shout at him and tell him, thanks for letting me express my emotions. May God bless you. So that is a healthy way to make deal with it. So at least you are expressing to him that I am shouting because of my own problem. You are not the reason. I am shouting at you. Yes, I am shouting at you, but it is my problem, not your problem. So you are expressing your emotions at the same time. You're also creating a positive atmosphere by taking responsibility.
But it happens like with husband wife, there is an understanding. Okay, we are we have seen all the down and good part of the other person, the partner, but it like when it comes to with friends, it's like dealing with them with in a very diplomatic way, that like you sometimes feel like just telling them the truth, and then we have to like, no, okay, hold on, it may hurt that person, so let me reframe my sentence. So in that situation, I'm suppressing myself, somewhere, not able to convey my proper emotion to that person. uh,
See, this is where you need to understand a very simple fact. The statement of Jesus Christ. What goes into the mouth doesn't defiles the person, but what comes out of the mouth that defiles the person. Defiles means destroyed. So what goes into the mouth, that may not destroy you, but what comes out of the mouth, that definitely destroys you. So you have to be very careful what comes out of your mouth, because it's going to destroy you, not the other person. So when it comes to friendships, I gave an example of husband-wife, which you understood very well, right? Because it is a lifetime agreement. So you can make peace with it. But when it comes to friends, you have to be diplomatic. You have to have the art of, still expressing your emotions by using positive words. For example, you can say, if you're upset with somebody, if you're angry with somebody, you're angry with your friend because your friend has criticized you or publicly shamed you, whatever. So you can express it by saying, I don't appreciate this behavior. I'm feeling hurt. So you can say, I am feeling hurt rather than saying you hurt me. See, there is a difference. When you say you have hurt me, you are blaming the other person, and that destroys the relationship. But you can still express your emotions by saying, I am feeling hurt. Okay, so that is how you take responsibility. So you have to express your emotions. You have to express your emotions, but try to express your emotions taking responsibility.
Okay.
That is how you build beautiful relationships. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Namaste, sir. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I understand. Okay. And my today's question is one of my family friend, she has some kind of psycho problem, a mental issues. So even I teach her also meditation, she is not in a position to understand its importance, or she doesn't want to do actually what I'm saying, she's not able to. Sometimes I feel like, because all the medical part, the treatment is all done, but it did not help her. So now I'm feeling like, sometimes can I take her to some healer so that little bit healing can be done, and later I can teach her meditation. But other video you told healing is not.
You said she's your friend, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, you want to help others, your intention is to help, that is good enough. But if the other person is not willing to receive the help, what can you do? So in that situation, you should not waste your time and energy. So today I spoke about energy. So it is very important you manage your energies in the optimal way. If you waste your energies, then you will feel bad. If you don't utilize your energy properly, you will feel bad. If you waste your energy also, you will feel bad. So you should not waste your energy and time. So if your friend is not in a position to listen to you, then you should not, one attempt you have to make. And more than that, it's waste of energy.
No, my doubt was maybe some initial boosting can be done with some proper healer. After that, maybe she can come to the path. That attempt also I should not do.
This is how the mind works. This is how the mind works. Okay. So trust in the existence. Then did your friend ask you to take you to a healer?
But I'm feeling, but because she has a very small baby, she can't even take care of the baby because of her problem.
See, we have to take care of ourselves first. We can see problems in others' life, but we fail to see problems in our life. So don't get into the savior attitude, because there are so many things in your life you can focus on. So focus your time, utilize your time and energies focusing on your own life. So the more you focus on your life, the more you are positive, you will naturally become an inspiration to your friend. She will come herself one day and ask you, I want to be like you, happy all the time. What should I do? Then she is ready to meditate. So focus on yourself, focus on your own evolution, focus on your own enlightenment, focus on your own happiness. And whoever comes to you, you teach them. So that is the best help, because they are ready to receive. You should not waste your energy and time with the people who are not ready, number one. And then you're understanding that I'll take them to a healer and then maybe they are ready and then they'll come. That is a wrong understanding. Because once you take them to a healer, then they somehow got psychologically hooked that the healers are going to help them. But the truth is, nobody can help you, only you can help yourself. That is the ultimate truth. A temporary relief can be given. That is also a possibility, but it is only a temporary relief. Okay. So let go of that. You don't know, sometimes you are interfering. Maybe she has to learn her own lessons. She has to settle her karmic debts, and she has designed her soul journey, and she has designed her soul lifetime through this particular challenging situation. And when you interfere, then that karma might come to you. So this is a non-interference you have to follow. So it's very complicated, right? So the best is to focus on yourself. And if the other person comes and asks you for help, then you can help them. But they never asked you for help and you voluntarily take her for a healer, that karma will come to your account. Do you want that?
Okay, sir. Thank you. That's it.
You got the answer?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Pranam, this is Ramya from Chennai. In continuation to energy only, in the previous sessions, there was a question answer topic on crystals that we had clarified. So I just have one doubt there. Crystals, you suggested that we can keep crystals if we have anything like crystals, quartz, or whatever when we meditate along with us, or to wear it. Now, what suddenly came up to me is, what about diamonds or pearls or any other forms of stones or gems that is being told you can wear? Will those also help if we are going to wear them during our meditation as part of jewelry?
Okay. I don't have a diamond business, or else I would have recommended that. Okay. See, you have to understand a simple phenomena. Crystals generally, because they are high vibrational objects, which is part of the mineral kingdom. So
Okay.
just placing the crystal somewhere doesn't boost your energy. But when you meditate, the presence of a crystal, a little more energy gets added. Similarly, when you meditate in the nature, when you meditate in the river streams, when you meditate on the mountain tops, the nature energy helps. So there is also a placebo effect where you can just keep a normal stone in your hand and feel that that stone is going to give you energy. You will receive energy. The placebo effect is also there. So the answer is, don't focus too much on the objects. Rather, focus on yourself.
Absolutely. And there's this small rose quartz that I've been holding. Whenever I remember, I pull it out and keep it in
You
my
have to
palms.
understand they are just tools. They are just tools. As a beginner, you feel good holding certain crystals and meditating. That is okay. In the beginning stage, it's okay. But you have to meditate without crystals also. That's when you become a master.
So if I'm holding that, is there a way I should place it back in a box or something like that?
What I'm telling you is let go of the dependency.
Fine, done.
Okay. Let go of the dependency and focus on yourself. Try to, in the beginning stages, yes, the tools helps you, but you should get evolved to a stage where, you don't need to have any dependency on any tools. Okay. I haven't experimented, to be honest, I haven't experimented on diamonds. I never meditated wearing diamonds. I never meditated with diamonds, without diamonds. So I cannot say exactly because I haven't experimented myself. But I believe diamonds are also high vibrational objects. So it should have the same effect as crystals. That is what my general understanding is, my guesswork. But still, I would say, don't depend too much on the crystals and diamonds. Focus on your meditation.
So where from I'm coming as far as that crystal that was given to me because I have a special needs child, and in the initial days when I had been for a acupressure, they gave me that crystal and they said I have to charge it to keep it next to him for his deep sleep and all. So that's why I thought maybe when I'm sitting for meditation, if that's getting energy, if I can keep next to him, from that angle is what I was asking. I do forget the crystal when I sit for meditation, but then in between I'll think of that. I'll come back, but the next time I'll remember to take and keep it in my hand. So that was the angle from which this question
Okay,
actually
so
popped up.
from that perspective, it helps. For example, you're holding a crystal and meditating intensely for 1 hour, 2 hours, right? So you're holding the crystal. So the crystal also gets charged with meditative energy, and you are clipping the crystal next to your child. Definitely, there will be some impact. Some impact will be there. Some positive impact will be there. So from that perspective, yes, it is good.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Take care. Thank you very much. Namaste to all. Bye bye.